Now, I know after a game like this, a lot of people are riled up. A lot of people, they want somebody to blame. I feel like now, with the voices that we have via podcast, via YouTube, via Twitter, it feels like you always want somebody to blame. And if you're like that, I'm not mad at you because I fall into that trap a lot of times. Sometimes I say stuff and I rewatch it and I'll be like, I wish I would have kind of waited a little bit before I said this or that. Okay. So Miami loses to Florida State, and I just came out and said I was proud of the guys because I really wanted to rewatch this game. And after I rewatched the offensive portion, I'm not mad at Shannon Dawson. I'm not mad at the offense. Do I feel like they could have been better? Yes. But I feel like people are throwing out these hot takes for a narrative that do not fit this game. Things like the offense, there was nobody open. Things like the offense was terrible. Things like Shannon Dawson and Mario Cristobal was conservative. If you go back and watch that game, they didn't call a conservative game. So let's talk about it. First thing we want to put in perspective and tip our caps to Florida State. We don't like them. Their little brother. They got us yesterday, but their defense has been one of the best defenses in the nation in the ACC. Gio from Life Wallet Sports put out this stat. Emory Williams is the first quarterback to throw a touchdown pass against a Florida State defense at Doak Campbell Stadium this entire year. That shows you how good that defense has been throughout the season. I don't believe there's a quarterback they've played who's had 2 passing touchdowns, except for Emory Williams. You're looking at a team who came into this game only allowing 4 passing touchdowns, and Miami put up 2 yesterday with a true freshman quarterback making his second start on the road. So I want us to think about that when we have this conversation about the offenses. Now, I'm not saying this was the perfect offensive game. I'm not saying there wasn't plays that could have been called, but what I'm saying is to just go crazy with these takes right after the game and not revisit them. I think people need to go back and revisit them. You know, I understand you may have had a crazy take yesterday, but come back Sunday morning, drink your coffee, and revisit them. Because I watched this game, people say Miami wasn't conservative, or Miami was too conservative. Bruh, the first play of the game, they threw the ball out of the back of their own end zone, tried to throw a bomb. There was one drive in the third quarter where they threw the ball 3 straight times. They said the running game isn't working. Let's throw it 3 straight times. There were several times on first down they threw the ball. The ball was batted. The ball was dropped. I'm sorry, but Xavier Restrepo, he was targeted like 5 or 6 times yesterday, had 0 catches. Some of those was the quarterback's fault. Some of those was the receiver's fault. Emory Williams on first down almost throws the interception a couple times. You had the play where Mario got really mad when they threw the ball deep. We were trying to go down and score the touchdown. We throw the ball deep, and Kobe Young looked like he could have been called. I personally, to be for real, I thought that there was a lot of hand fighting both ways. I don't know if I would have called it. They didn't call it. Mario was pissed about it. So if you just look at the stats and you say, you know, I think he was 8 for 20 something, did have 2 touchdowns, but to say that Shannon Dawson called a conservative game when he was choosing to throw the ball, had over 20 attempts, throwing the ball's getting batted, the ball's getting knocked down. I just want people to really go back and look at yesterday's game, no matter how you feel about him as the offensive coordinator in totality. And then you also got to tip your cap to Florida State. Now, some things that I would have liked to saw, what I would have liked to seen, Some things I would have liked to saw in this game, to see this game in offense. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm still fired up about this game. I would have liked to see our Ja'Cory Brown package. I would have liked to see, because I believe he really can help us on those third and shorts. I believe in the red zone, we come out. I could be wrong about this, but we throw a pass, incomplete, throw another pass, it's caught by Brashard Smith. Then we try a hurry up on third and short, and Mark Fletcher gets stopped. I would love to see Ja'Cory Brown in those 3rd and 1s, red zone, and really put pressure on that defense and see what they can do. Because I think that's another weapon that Miami has, and I think that we could use him. Because another thing he brings is explosiveness. Don Chaney came in, and he really helped this offense get going in the second quarter. I believe 80 yards rushing. I think this team is missing a game-breaking running back. Like, for instance, when you look at Florida State, when Trey Benson makes the first 2 guys miss, or when he gets past the linebackers, it may be a touchdown. But I felt like with Miami backs, Don Chaney, we were just missing that burst that took a really good play to a great, amazing play and a touchdown. Or Mark Fletcher, I believe he missed. I believe Mark Fletcher could have had 2 touchdowns or at least 2 huge gains if he just chooses another route when he's running the ball. It's like the hole's open here. It looks to be open. And he went the other way. But like I said, it looked to be open. I would have liked to see us go to Kobe Young earlier in the game. When Tyler Van Dyke came in, he threw 2 completions. And I believe those plays were there all day. Matter of fact, I think Shannon Dawson said, listen, as an offensive coordinator, they're running straight man. We are going to give our wide receivers a chance to make plays. Jacoby George, bravo, my friend. The offense wasn't perfect, but I believe this isn't the game to really criticize Shannon Dawson's creativity, Shannon Dawson's aggressiveness, because if you go back and watch that game, he was trying to be aggressive, but you only can be so aggressive with a true freshman on the road. And then he still was trying to throw the ball on first down, still trying to make plays downfield. Sometimes it did with Jacoby George. Other times it didn't happen. But you guys let me know what you think. Miami loses this game. Tough L. Let me know what you guys think.